is up, you guys? Chelsea Briggs here, coming to you from South by Southwest 2015, joined by the fellas of the Maine.
Hi.
Hello.
What's up, guys?
Hello, lady.
Hello,
We are the
you guys.
fellas.
We're hanging out backstage. You guys
Day
are about
one.
to perform.
Yeah.
And you guys haven't performed in 4 months. So how are we
Yes.
feeling right now?
A little bit rusty, I think.
Are you?
Excited, though. We're very excited. We just had sound check about an hour ago.
We know the new songs, too, and we're playing songs that people haven't heard yet. So
Yeah.
even if we fumble them,
They won't know.
nobody will know the difference. So we have that in our back pocket.
Do you feel nervous, though, playing these new songs where it's like, okay, are they going to like them, love them?
This is our 5th album.
Am I making you nervous right now?
Maybe
Tell
a
me.
little bit.
I usually
Grilling.
be nervous.
I don't know. I think it's a good kind of nerves. I think it's a good kind of energy that promotes like diligence on our part. It's good. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Your 5th album, American Candy, and it comes out in 12 days.
It does.
That's
Yeah.
It
exciting.
does. We're very excited.
And the thing I like about your albums, they're all very different. Very different sound.
Yeah.
What is it about this album that is going to be so different?
We kind of really set out to make grooves a point on this record, and I feel like it starts a lot with the drum and bass, and I feel like people that have followed our albums each time, I guess in order, I think you'll hear, at least hopefully they'll hear that was what we were trying to do, and hopefully that's a thing that stands out for people.
Well, what we've heard so far, it's very different than Forever Halloween. So talk about kind of where you guys are in your life right now compared to
Yeah.
Forever Halloween and how that's kind of translating into this album.
Forever Halloween was kind of like tapering off of, like, we had just, I guess the album even before Forever Halloween is the first one that we did independent. And so it was kind of this brand new experience. Forever Halloween, we carried it forward a little bit farther. We had producer Brendan Benson on the record. We tried to go as rock as we could and as raw as possible. I think that's why that record just has its own sound. I think now that we're like going back into the studio and having full-blown production like we've done in the past, like really mapping it out and doing every part one by one, it really gave it kind of a clean and really well thought out approach, I think, which we haven't had in, at least for the last record.
Yeah.
So it's, plus I think John's headspace, I think it was in more of a, can I say
Happy place.
optimistic? I'm not
Happy
inside your
place.
brain, but you're in a happier place, I feel like. So.
Yeah, I think the band's psyche has changed from each album. I think Pioneer was probably like in spite of people.
Oh, no.
And yeah, we won't name names.
Not in this
And like
interview.
Jared said, the Forever Halloween album was more of a raw kind of approach and more of an old school kind of rock approach to making music. And this one is just about feeling good. I mean, there's a lot of similar themes. I think people find that lyrically, I touch on a lot of similar things that I have in the past, but I tried to keep things light on this album, not in a dismissive way,
Yeah.
but I think they all still come from an earnest place and a sincere place. So.
And you recorded it in Joshua Tree. You guys went to
Yeah.
Joshua. How was that whole experience? Maybe what was like your guys' favorite moment or a standout moment when making this
It was
record?
crazy. Okay, so we rented like a house that was shaped like a dome.
Uh-huh.
It was on the side of a mountain. That in itself was just awesome. To wake up every morning and you had this like 360-degree view of just like the desert valley, which was awesome. But
Yeah.
I can remember specifically almost every night the coyotes would come out and it would be they'd be in packs, and I didn't realize how many travel together like in a pack.
Were you scared? I feel like I would be frightened a little bit.
I was a little bit scared, but we had a balcony that went around the whole top
so you
of the
could
see it.
building.
That's
so like
cool.
we were safe. Or at least in my head I was safe. I don't know the capabilities.
I don't know what they're capable of.
But it was just cool to be outside and
Yeah.
be and really feel that disconnected, that like you can hear nature happening, which you don't get in a studio in LA or anywhere else really. So
And we were disconnected from the internet, so it was nice to not be bogged down by checking your Instagram every
Yeah.
5 seconds and stuff like that. The focus was 100% on the task at hand, which was recording the album, and I think it all promoted good vibes,
Yep,
good energy.
good vibes.
Yeah.
You guys are chewing gum in your your video that you
Yeah,
put out.
yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
good
exactly.
vibes.
Good vibes for sure. And I don't think you can talk about Joshua Tree without saying the word vibe or
Yeah.
energy or
Yep.
like vortex or
Good vibes.
whatever.
All put them all together.
Crystals and stuff.
What's your favorite song off the album, each of you?
There's a track called Am I Pretty that's on the album that I'm pretty stoked on.
Cool.
mine is a song called Diet Soda Society. That one to me is I think it's some of John's best lyrical work.
Look at that. Say thank you.
Great job.
Say thank you.
I'm blushing. Thank you.
Your album covers are always so creative. How does that creative process come about? How do you guys kind of come up with those?
I think because I take the reins on a lot of the lyrics and a lot of like, I guess just album titles and stuff. I feel like it should come from me just because I don't really vocalize a lot of the times what I envision.
And you guys have been together for a while. I interviewed you guys 4 years ago. It's been 2007, right, when you guys got together?
Yeah. So 8 years.
That's really impressive. I feel like you see, especially a lot of bands that probably you guys started with breaking up and not kind of, continuing to move forward. What's the secret, would you guys say?
I think the fact that we still enjoy being around each other. I think that first and foremost makes it a lot easier.
We've always kind of tried to not get caught up in what other bands are doing too, because along the way we've seen a lot of our friends and maybe bands that we're not friends with just kind of not be a band anymore.
Yeah.
And it's tough to watch that. It's tough to see that, and I think that's actually motivation, at the end of the day. And we did, like John was saying, we realized that if we can make this work between the five of us, we can carry it on for as long as
like
we want,
Jared saying, just being a band. I think, like he said, seeing a lot of bands disband, I think that kind of
makes you stronger.
Yeah, it definitely fuels the whole process. So,
biggest lesson you guys have learned in the industry, would you say?
Nobody can do it for you but yourself. Again, with the vision thing, I think a lot of people can have ideas of what you should be representing or how you should be projecting, and I think that it ultimately comes down to what your vision is or how you want people to perceive what you're doing. I think it's very much within everybody's own hands.
Okay. You guys have obviously 5 albums down. You're touring. You're always touring, I feel like.
Yeah, we are.
What's something that you want to accomplish next?
I mean, there's certainly things like playing festivals and stuff like that where I'm sure that's on our list of things that we'd love to be a part of. And I'm sure if we got the chance to, we would talk afterwards and be like, that was insane. I don't think we think in terms of like, let's cross that off the list, you know? I feel like one of our biggest things that we keep in the back of our mind is how do we get to the next record? And I feel like we've made it to 5, and I feel like the ultimate goal is how we're going to make it to 6. So
okay, that's cool.
I think we pour everything into, like you said, we tour a lot, so I think we pour everything into the album at the moment, and I think that's going to reign true for this new one.
Do you guys feel like you're touring experts? Like you could survive any tour.
There's a lot of
I definitely think we could survive any tour.
There's probably a lot of 45-year-old dudes out there still doing it that would disagree with me, but I think I think we have a pretty good handle on things at this point.
Pack
at least for us.
Pack extra underwear.
Yeah, I mean more than enough. It's a matter of eliminating all those things, like all the things that you're doing wrong, one by one, which we're still not there, but we're getting better at it.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
You're the best.
You're awesome.
And good luck on tour.
Thank you.
And I'm excited to see you guys
good
perform.
to see you again.
You too. Cheers.
Cheers. Have fun.
Guys.
Be safe.
And for more on these guys in South by Southwest 2015, be sure to head to Hollywire.com and Hollywire TV. See you later.